I do have to give credit to Jeremy Diamond, who has done terrific work. He's a sole light at CNN doing real reporting. I don't know how long he'll continue to be employed there because he's done stories like this. And his team also got attacked by the Israeli settlers and Israeli authorities. Let's watch that real quick.
Saif Musallet hasn't been able to reach this land in over a year. This is the hillside where his son, Saif, an American citizen, was killed. Looks like it's down here if you want to walk. Yeah. Beaten to death by Israeli settlers exactly 1 year ago. Since then, settlers have illegally occupied the area. Within seconds, we spot a car speeding towards us. We start to leave, but as we drive away, we see that 4 settlers have set up a roadblock. Armed with clubs and rocks, they try and block our way. First with their bodies, and then... And now it looks like he's trying to slash our tires. Oh, he's got a knife, he's going for the tires. Oh my God! A group of independent journalists and activists are in the car behind us. Move! But their vehicle isn't armored.
Go. Watch out. Without an armored car, without a bulletproof vest, how do I get to my land?
It is unreal. They have no respect for Americans at all. In fact, Marjorie, 10 Americans have been killed in the last 3 years in Israel, and not a single person has been arrested for any of them. They appear to be openly mocking us.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are. They're emboldened and they're brazen and no one stops them. And even our own US Ambassador, Mike Huckabee, basically defends and apologizes and sticks up for Israel relentlessly and shames anyone that says anything negative. And it all goes back to a verse in Genesis that is widely misused to basically brainwash American Christians so that American Christians think they can never say anything against Israel. I'm a Christian, Cenk. I'm also a conservative. And anybody that's watching this show right now, if you're a Christian and you are supporting Israel, you need to take a hard look at what they do because they do not support your Christian values. I'll talk about this one. Israel has state-funded abortion up until the 3rd term, nearly to the day of birth, and that is funded by the government, and our taxpayer dollars fund that. And they constantly are killing innocent people, and those aren't Christian values. However, it's the brainwashing that's happened for decades that has many Americans, especially American Christians, basically believing that we have to support Israel no matter what at all times. And that is completely and blatantly wrong. And I think this is a conversation that has to be continued to talk about because more people need to be educated on this issue and educated on the crimes and the horrific, awful, unspeakable things that the government of Israel and the IDF supports and carries out in action and defends the actions of these settlers.
How many of you guys are guilty of doom scrolling late at night on social media, looking at the news and then wondering why you can't fall asleep? Nothing pairs worse with trying to wind down than a bright screen lighting up your face and headlines playing on a loop in your head. Here's what's actually happening. The stress, the screen time, it all raises your core body temperature. And a body that's too warm can't get into deep sleep. Trust me, getting your sleep environment under control can change everything. Enter ChiliPad 2.0, the water-based mattress topper that actively controls your bed temperature from 55 to 115 degrees all night long. No new mattress, no renovation. It actively cools using just water. Fans only move hot air around. ChiliPad actually pulls heat away from your body. Precise, consistent comfort, and the new nightstand remote senses when you get into bed and kicks on automatically. Dual zones mean you and your partner each set your own temperature, no subscription needed. You get a 2-year warranty, and they're designed and assembled right here in the USA. Visit www.sleep.me/TYT to get up to $255 off your ChiliPad 2.0 with code TYT. That's www.sleep.me/TYT. Free shipping, free returns, and a 30-night trial so you can test it out, dream big, and wake up better. The headlines will still be there in the morning. You might as well wake up ready for them. So we don't agree on the issue of abortion, as almost everybody knows. But I did ask to call out pro-life people. Now, this is several years ago, saying, wait, 23, well, at the time there was a smaller number. Now it's 23,000 children have been killed in Gaza, and 1,000 babies have been killed. So those are direct kills, let alone the incubators where the plugs were pulled, let alone the all the consequences of the malnutrition and the starvation. But 1,000 babies under the age of 1 were killed by Israel in Gaza. And I've got to give you and Representative Tom Massey credit, because you guys were among the first to say that's true. And if you're pro-life in this country, that means you don't kill any babies. Not, oh, it's okay to kill Palestinian babies because Israel's funding us. So great credit to you on being principled there.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.